Man, I gotta wake them up, man. They've been sleeping off. Get them, Weezy.
Yo, this is the Alien Podcast and BlackMarket.tv. Y'all make sure to share, like, subscribe. I got my homies here, my co-hosts. Let me go to them real quick.
Yo, you know what it is, man. It's Lows to the Diggity.
And baby.
Yeah, bro. We out here, bro. It's Alien Podcast.
And we got some special guests in here on the couch over there, bro.
We do got some special guests. Let me go to them real quick. What's up?
What's up, guys?
I can hear you and everything. Look at that.
What's going on? It's Dina Cruz here.
Cruising for a bruising.
Yep. Just to tell you, I believe in aliens too. You know, I believe, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on because of aliens. Huh?
Because of aliens?
Because of aliens.
They're causing all the ruckus.
They are. They are. They're the ones that control the government.
That explains a lot.
What if the government are the aliens?
Yep. How about the
elite?
I do believe that there is like a special chapter of the government that is the aliens. Like,
you think so?
Of course, because how could they coexist with us to some degree, to some capacity, without there being some type of administrative something? Like, you know what I mean?
So you think they were bribed? Maybe?
No, bribed.
Yeah. So they could stay on.
Not. They're aliens, dude.
How do they stay on then? How do they convince them?
They dominate.
I think they bribed us, to be honest with you.
Us?
Yeah, for real. They were like, we'll give you a little bit of technology so we don't kill you.
Exactly how that happened.
Like some shit like that.
That might be facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Dean, if I had to ask you, if there was anybody in government, Hollywood, or like that you think was an alien that's like, that could be an alien, who would it be?
That could be an alien?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Was Rick Owens' wife's name?
Rick Owens' wife.
The designer, the fashion designer. He's married to this like really creepy old lady. I'm gonna get canceled. You know what?
There are people Googling this right now.
You're talking about the lady that all the stars go to and everything, and they come.
Yeah, that bitch. Weird,
she does look like a bruja
lady.
too.
I forget her name, bro.
Bruja or
I feel
alien?
Like she might be an alien.
Be an alien. You might be right.
She's a little weird, bro.
They're about to attack you now.
She's a little weird. What's
Done heard
We got
that
alien
shit.
talk right here.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get abducted.
Everybody's gonna know.
Someone's gonna get abducted.
Fucking hey.
all right?
We got some interesting stuff today, bro. We got apparently Obama said some shit that aliens exist. I did see that. We're gonna watch that. As a matter of
Yes,
fact.
finally, because I didn't get to watch this. I was just gonna ask you. I know
It's just a little snippet. I still gotta watch the whole interview.
I only saw
You know what I'm
the snippet.
saying? But I guess it was like some lightning question round that the podcast are doing, and Obama said that aliens actually exist.
Did you get it?
Yeah,
I think that's.
the aliens exist. That he hasn't seen
Get
them.
it?
He hasn't seen them now, but he says they're not at Area 51.
Yeah, he definitely said.
Unless
they're
there's a
not there.
grand conspiracy to keep it away from the president of the United States. So, yeah,
What do you think of that?
it's kind of crazy, right?
It's about damn time.
He said it's
It's about damn time,
He's
yo.
like, he validated me.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, it was we talk about these things like, yo, they've already told us that there is aliens. They've already, you know what I mean? There's documents, there's people that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've said they know this shit is there. You know what I mean? And the fact that they haven't been able to show us anything is what's crazy.
Well, that's the craziest part of it all. That they it's like they always say they have evidence, but you don't actually see the evidence, or they haven't seen them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's always frustrating because we feel like we're getting right there to somebody saying something or showing something, and then they don't. Like the court shit when they did in Congress.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, we're gonna show all this evidence, and everybody's going crazy on social media. And then when I'm like watching it, I'm like, there's not any real crazy
solid
shit on
evidence. There's shit that we already fucking know.
Shit frustrating.
Are you talking about when his voice changed to the fucking reptile-like voice?
to the reptile voice?
Yeah, you didn't see that video?
Yeah, I think we showed that video.
We
didn't
showed that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got some stuff for you today, as a matter of fact.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
everything is real.
Everything is real, right?
Yo, did y'all see that light? I think they just abducted fucking Dina.
What? What happened, Sandra? Where'd Dina go?
She's too toxic out for this world.
What you say?
What happened?
She's too toxic for this world. They came and they took her. I don't know. Like, I saw this green light and she was gone.
Damn, there's a lot of green light here too. They were camouflaged, man.
Listen, you're next.
Shout
I'm
out,
just warning you. You're next.
shout out Dina for the
Wasn't
appearance.
the light blue? I'm just tripping because I'm like, hold on.
It's that way.
Oh, it's this way. Okay.
They switched it. You see?
Oh, switched it
I'm
on
just
you.
saying.
I'm just.
Oh man. But yeah, shout out Dina. Shout out Dina for chopping it up. I think the aliens are gonna drop her off over in Wesley Chapel.
Yeah.
Yep.
At where at?
I think it's Side Splitters.
Side Splitters.
Side Splitters, Wesley Chapel. They're dropping her off over there.
Yeah, she's got a show over there. So if you're not watching the show, you're about to leave. Maybe go over there if you haven't copped a ticket yet. So
Definitely.
anyway, we got some interesting stuff. Isn't that crazy? that
Y'all ready to
Obama said
watch
the
some of these
aliens
videos?
exist?
I am so
It is
excited.
pretty crazy. But I think everyone in the government knows to a degree about the aliens. They just keep it hush so that they don't want to create commotion amongst the people.
Yeah, just like the
But they already
Epstein's
create
file.
enough commotion amongst themselves. So imagine if they told us about aliens. Like, yo,
Do you think people would lose their shit?
I think some people would. Like, some people literally would. I don't think
I think
everyone
some
has
would,
enough mental capacity to coexist or believe that there's something
Because
else
to
out
me,
there.
I want to know what would happen to all those people that, when you tell them conspiracy theories, they're like, well, it's not going to change my regular life. You know what I mean? I got to still go to work. I still got to do. So if we could show you that aliens are real, are you going to, now is that going to affect you completely different?
Some people it will.
Some people will.
Some people it will. I think it depends on how mentally stable you are.
Also, are we integrating with the aliens, or are they just staying over there on their side? If they're staying on their side, then I don't. Whatever, bro. Now I know you exist. Cool.
Maybe they do exist and they stay to themselves,
How about to all the traumatized people that actually had experience with or an alien or got abducted? That would be a relief for them too. To be like, finally, like it would be a sense of relief.
But that's
Like they would be
crazy.
validated.
Speaking personally right now.
But you got to remember, that would be, I would say on a world mass thing, like a big world scale, that would be such a small percentage of people.
It would be a small percentage.
And the world, I feel like government officials, they're like, okay, that's not that. We got to give these little bit of people closure and be like, yeah, you were right.
But
You know what I mean?
you validate their experience. They will be like, yeah, we're not crazy. I told you, see?
I mean, but every report has been made look like they're crazy.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, but
They had one recently, El Paso. As a matter of
El
fact,
Paso, we're going to talk about that too.
as a matter of fact, I can show you that right now. You want to
Let's
see
see
that
it,
real
let's see
quick?
it.
So apparently, I'm going to show you the video of this. Then I'm going to show you the guy's explanation of what he thinks it is, and then what the news actually said it was.
I like
right?
that.
We're going to go down the whole trail. Okay.
We're going to go down the whole trail.
The
check it
rabbit
out.
hole.
Yeah, so here it is. There's not much
alien
to
hole.
this one right here. This video is just showing you what it is. All right, hold on. So apparently this is like lights in the sky of El Paso. Kind of creepy.
Multiple too.
Multiple lights.
Aligned. It's a pretty big ship then.
So apparently El Paso shut down its airspace
For 10 days.
For 10 days?
for 10 days.
And
So-
this didn't make national news?
This did make news.
It
So
did.
they
So I missed that because I don't watch the news?
You did. You did.
So you mean Facebook didn't tell me? The people didn't go crazy on Facebook
gotta-
and
you
be
gotta
like,
be
hey,
careful.
Somebody
Paso
did.
shut down.
Hold on.
I didn't see it.
I got you. Hold on. Somebody did. Hold on. I'll show you.
Breaking shocking news. Did you guys hear that the FAA just announced the El Paso International Airport is to be closed for 10 days, which doesn't sound like a crazy amount of time, does it? Or does it? Because the last time they closed the airports for 3 days was after the September 11th attacks. Now, live streams cams are picking up lights in the sky above the airport, and they say it's closed due to special security reasons. Now, you're about to hear the genuine reaction of a pilot hearing the news that they're closing this airport for 10 days, and just listen to his voice, and he's talking to air traffic control.
South 1249, are you guys supposed to fly out?
I'm sorry, what was that?
South 1249, are you guys departing again tonight, or is this final flight in?
Nah, we're going to a hotel.
Roger. Just be advised, I guess there's a TFR going into effect. just pass it on to the Southwest and everybody else. At 0630 for the next 10 days, we're stopped, all ground stop.
Okay, ground stop to 0630 for how long?
10 days.
So the airport's totally closed?
Apparently, we just got informed about 30 minutes to an hour ago.
So for 10 days, you guys are not open.
Well, I mean, we'll be here, but no air traffic.
Okay, thanks for that heads up.
Cargo South 120.
Now, with the lights in the sky, the special security reasons shutting down, does this have anything to do with the movie Disclosure that was just announced? The trailer was released during the Super Bowl. Now, this was on Twitter, so I asked Grok, what the Sam Dam is the story with this? And they say the most similar non-weather related FAA Air Sports closure for security reasons was after September 11th, 2001, when all U.S. flights were grounded nationwide for about 3 days. Extended local closures like El Paso's 10 days are extremely rare. Recent ones, like the January 26th Caribbean closure due to U.S. military action, lasted only 1 day. Now, as of this morning, the FAA actually lifted the closure that had been enacted for special security reasons, and they say it's because there could have been some drones, apparently, coming across from Mexico. I don't know, something's not adding up about the official explanation, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more. Now, if you made it this far...
So what you think of that?
Well, now that you did see I did see the clip, right? I do recall hearing about the government saying there were some balloons coming over from Mexico or drones. I have questions like, okay, so if they did close it because of drones or whatever, a lot of things got impacted. So was it just commercial, like airliners or everything? Like, there's a lot of things that gets imported and comes in, like were things not being imported and exported during this time. 10 days is a lot of money to be wasted if you bring down all of the flights.
No, I think military would have gotten involved in this, and they did not. They were really hush about anything that was going on. Now, if anything is coming across that border from Mexico, balloons, drones, whatever the heck it is, they will missile them things out. So,
Will they? Or will they catch it? Because that's a lot of space. Like, there's a lot of space out there. And El Paso and Texas are like real close.
Yeah, but like to literally shut down an airport for 10 days because something is coming through, that's baloney.
You don't think that? At the end of the day, the defense system should immediately. You can't have fucking things that high. What happens if they let a missile off? You have to send something out there immediately. And within 10 days, bro, you have to. We have the resources. Yo, there's something flying over. You mean to tell me if China, if anything were to send something over here, it's going to take us several days to respond to it?
Yeah, we're going to be sitting ducks.
I watch your Independence Day. They make a fucking phone call, wooka wooka, and it's Will Smith and them niggas are over there.
Did it say again?
It is
Wooka, that wooka wooka shit.
But it's true. I mean, they would have made a big, scandal about this. I find it kind of weird. Okay, now I have like a recollection of it being mentioned. I didn't know that it was closed for 10 days. For me, 10 days is an extraordinary amount of times. Listen, he said that after 9/11, it was only 3 days.
3 days.
We're talking about 10.
10
That's
days.
some major stuff going on.
And that was an attack after 9/11.
And that was an attack. And then they kind of hushed it out for 10 days. That is weird.
So that shows you don't know what the fuck that really was.
They don't know.
Right.
But I would like to know. So what happened on day 5? What was going on day 5 that they still didn't open the airport?
Did I send you a video of another video in the daytime?
You sent me a video of the newscast of it, right? So do you want to hear what the official news said on it?
Yes, let's hear it.
Let's do it. All right.
And right now we are tracking a developing story in El Paso.
Yeah, we're working to figure out why the FAA initially announced its airspace would be closed for 10 days, only to reopen it hours later.
It led to confused calls between pilots and air traffic control.
What is this we're hearing about a TFR?
And it's till the 21st, ground stop basically. No air traffic.
Very interesting. Okay.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy initially blamed a drone incursion by a Mexican cartel, but multiple sources tell the Associated Press the Pentagon was planning to test a laser to shoot down drones, but failed to notify the FAA, and that's what ultimately led the agency to close El Paso's airspace.
Let's give you a look at the landscape in West Texas. The red circle there shows where flights were restricted this morning. Right in the middle is El Paso International and Fort Bliss. This sparked, like we said, a lot of confusion, and we've brought in Jason Whiteley to help clear it all up.
You know, Jason, you've spent years reporting on aviation issues. I mean, just how uncommon is a 10-day closure?
Uncommon is not the word. It's unprecedented is how uncommon this thing is here. This is an extraordinary move that the government made. The last time I can think of, and you may remember this, last time an airport, a decent-sized American city was closed this long was New Orleans Airport during Hurricane Katrina in 2005. It was closed for 9 days, I believe. So that's how big of a deal this is.
That had to do with damage.
That was a weather incident. $55 million of damage there. This is something completely different. This is a political issue. And sources on Capitol Hill in D.C. are telling me that the bottom line here, this is a lack of coordination between the military and the FAA. If there's testing of lasers to be done, why wasn't it done on the north side of Fort Bliss? There's a lot more questions to answer here, too. But what came as a surprise, not just to us and to the pilots we heard there talking air traffic control, City of El Paso didn't know about it. There's no indication the state of Texas knew about this, not to mention hundreds of people across the country trying to get there to this gateway city who couldn't get there for hours.
Yeah, we heard from the mayor of El Paso earlier saying this should have never happened.
It shouldn't have happened, and it's much less likely to happen in other places like DFW or maybe Love Field. If you think about it, El Paso, if you've ever flown in there, I'm sure you guys have flown in there, the airport.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh, you can't, bro, listen. How do you, if you're going to make a military test, you do not inform the state of Texas, let alone the airports, and you just forget to notify people?
Apparently.
They never forget to notify.
Never, bro.
They never
Thank
forget.
you, bro.
Like,
This had nothing to
when
do with
it's that
politics
major-
either.
When it's that major and they're talking about major closing, but I'm kind of confused. I feel like maybe I heard incorrectly. Did they say that they had planned to close for 10 days, but then a couple hours later, they were like, nah, we're not going to do that?
They initially, when they found everything was going on, were closing for 10 days. Then a few hours later, a few days or a day later, they reopened because they got the thing from the military that it was a testing and this, that, and the other.
Clearance.
So
So basically,
They got the clearance.
So a few hours later, they got clearance.
yeah. So what it sounds like is they shut down by policy. They just said 10 days. We don't know what's going on. We're gonna shut it down. And once they figured out what was going on, they were like, all right, nah, we don't gotta stay closed the rest of the 10 days.
What was going on? They don't
But
even
what
know.
was going on?
It's an extraordinary amount of time.
It's like the Men in Black
10
coming at
days
you.
is just too much. Like,
Bro, yeah,
the
forget that
only-
this happened.
Imagine, after Katrina, it was 9 days. So now we're adding a full 24 hours. You're talking about 10 days. Did maybe the threat leave?
Now
Our
this is my question, right? To get an approval to close down for 10 days, where does that come from?
Correct. That comes from our government, doesn't it?
So the same
The
government,
FAA.
right before that announcement should have been done, be like, yo, we're not closing down, it was a test. But no, we're gonna go ahead and say, yeah, close it down for 10 days. Oh, hey, somebody on the other side, hey, I forgot to tell y'all that we were gonna be doing testing over there. Oh, yeah, no.
But mind you, 10 days is a lot of days. There was so much going on within them 10 days. Now, yeah, we're hearing from like, the airport and stuff like that and the news. But how about the people who are on the ground? We actually were able to capture some of evidence of.
You ain't got the video with the one I'm telling you with the guy in the daytime. I sent you one, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
He got it.
Guy in the daytime.
Yeah, let me check this. If not, I'll look for it to send you it again.
I know you sent me the what did you just send me?
The
What was
one.
that?
All right, so there is a person that actually in El Paso, the area where this was all halted around there, and he actually. There was a big object, and he empathizes in the video that it is larger than what the video looks like, and they were scared because it was just the object was sitting like hovering there.
Yeah,
and
that is the video right there. You sent it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got it. All right, you want to check it out?
Yeah, let's share it with everybody so they can see it.
So I actually had to pull to the side of the road, see if I could get a good shot of this. You can barely see it, looks like a dot here, but it's actually huge. and there was stuff coming out from the bottom of it.
Well.
So right there, there's like, I'm like, okay, so I can't wait for more videos to surface.
But think about that. If that was February 10th, when it supposedly the night, I think it happened that night.
So I actually had to pull to the side of the road, see if I could get.
I want to get this. I want to fast forward to this. Let me see. That's what he's talking about, right?
Yeah.
So the aliens came like a pinata?
Either that, and if it was cartel, what are they doing? Dropping yayo?
They might be. Yeah.
I don't think it was a cartel. They wouldn't be so obvious. They're smarter than that.
That's what I was about to say, bro. Thank you, yo. Real Latina said that, yo. Yo, real Latina said, bro, we're smarter than that. We're just not going to throw some drones up in the sky.
For
like,
the cartel to shut
right
down
here.
an airport for 10 days, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, give him.
No.
No, exactly. This story is not leading up.
No, it's
we can
not.
agree on this. And I love this one because we actually got Sandra stumped out on this one. Sandra always got a good response to like, yo, and it always fucks with me because I'm always like, damn, you know, I didn't think of it like that.
You got a point.
You got a point. But on this one, she's kind of like, yeah, this is bullshit.
It does feel like it. It just doesn't make sense.
Bro, how do you...
It doesn't make sense, but I do think about, okay, so you're the aliens. You come in with this massive ship, right? Because it looks massive. Mm-hmm. So you're just going to come in, take a look, and go boop, and leave? Like, hello? I want to hear more from the aliens if that was the case. Like,
yeah.
I don't think they want to interact with us. I wouldn't. Me as an alien, I wouldn't want to interact with us humans.
Maybe at the end of the day, that was like, you know what cars meet up together? You know when people meet up and then they drive out somewhere? They're like, yo, we're going to meet over El Paso and we're out. All right? If you're not there on time, bro, we're fucking leaving you. We're going back. We're going back, bro.
Wait, how far is El Paso from Nevada? And I'm talking about Area 51 because I know Area 51 is near there. I know it's like a good...
Well, El Paso's in Texas. Nevada's like a whole other state. So it is a pretty distance. But the thing that they're trying to make the connection with Mexico is because El Paso's literally like you could throw a rock and be in Mexico.
But we do have, like, I do have to mention that Mexico has had a lot of spaceship
UFO sightings.
They have. In Colombia,
maybe
too, in Argentina.
Yes,
but they were stuck. Not for nothing, they were stuck staying in there. Like,
maybe they were looking at the 2026 trailer of Earth. They didn't like what they saw and they left. Like, y'all suck.
And at the end of the day, yo, a drone and a light, right? To be able to see it from that far, that drone got to be pretty big and that light got to be pretty bright.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We in the studio right now, we have big lights that are strong power lights. How far in the sky can we put it up and light it up to its full max and tell me how far can we see it from?
How big are the drones? Right.
That's the question. Like, yo, where is these? And there was several lights. We're talking.
Ones. Well, that's okay that there's multiple because if you ever look at a drone show, they do have a lot of drones being synchronized at the same time.
True.
So for me, I'm like, okay, you can align that.
Yeah,
definitely.
But, the fact that, to me, I'm like, for 10 days.
Definitely the government with the words that they placed to choose and say what they said. You know, when you're like, yo, tell me what happened. And you listening to somebody tell the story and you're like, yo, your story just doesn't add up.
Either way, they're guilty.
Yeah, like, bro, something else happened there.
I feel like something else did happen. They just don't want to tell us.
And what is that, Sandra? Because she's
stuck
right now, bro.
But I'm not necessarily... Okay, so it could be aliens, but maybe it's something else, right?
Even the pilot was
from Mexico.
Wasn't the pilot stumped too? He was like, to hear from the he was stumped. He was like, wait, hold on, what? Like, he was like, what's... But
yeah, because they're saying like 10 days. And for him, it's like 10 days. That's an extraordinary amount of time.
Are y'all paying? That's what I was waiting for him to say. Am I still getting paid?
For real.
The fuck?
Holiday pay.
Yeah, for real. February 14th, like, hello.
So what is this? There was I got another one here. I think that you sent Los or BB. It said a rural farm encounter that never reached the news. It didn't feel dangerous. It felt left behind, and whatever took it knew exactly what it was.
What?
Some weird little animal. Is that an alien?
It could be.
Where'd y'all get this from?
The internet.
Oh,
and I'm sure you won't be able to find it. You know, one of those things where you see you got to download real quick because then after that you won't see it again.
Yo, and it's funny you talk about that because we were just in the car with Dina.
Yeah.
And I brought up to her, I was like, yo, you're from Miami. You know what I mean? Whatever was the outcome of that. You remember the big Miami with the aliens walking around by the mall, this, that, and the other? Mm-hmm. She said, they say there was a shooting. But she's like, nobody ever came out and said a shooting. The neighbors, the people that lived there, nobody heard gunshots. There was never nothing. And how fast she was like, yo, there was so many police there. She's like, no police come for a shooting like that, how they did. Mm. And she's even said it, like, yo, a lot of the videos and things, if people were confiscated. They confiscated phones. It's just like, yo.
It was a complete shutdown hush.
I just don't know if I always believe these things.
But I asked her, I said, yo, was that real? Like the videos we did see with the police? She goes, yes. Yeah. The police were out there super deep. Like those videos of the cop cars you see, those are real footages. Yeah. The black SUVs, all that was real. But what happened to it is Miami, people from Miami just disappeared. Like there's no answers. There was no shooting, no arrest, no...
So there was no shooting.
No security cameras. You know Miami got security cameras everywhere, up the wazoo. Yeah. You're going to tell me there's no people running that could be possible suspects, no getaway car, no nothing.
Now, at the time it happened,
what was the thing?
There were surfacing videos
just disappeared.
And
Forget about it.
And they just, literally somebody has the power, authority to, if they find these videos, they delete them out the internet.
Men in Black, bro.
Yeah.
You forgot.
Never happened. But
listen, I saw that video and I saw that creature and I'm like, oh, it reminds me of E.T.
Yeah.
It does look like E.T.
That's where they got the idea from.
But that's what the farmer said, apparently. He said that it felt like it was left behind. Like it wasn't trying to attack anything. It was just like, yo, they done left me.
Y'all left me here, bro. That was him. He was like,
he's like, do you need somewhere to stay?
I want to go home.
Stay until they come pick you back up.
I want to go home.
Catch your next Uber or Fubo.
Something, bro. Yeah.
Someone needs to give the alien a leap pad.
That's crazy. But yeah, I think that always raises like one of the biggest questions for what we do. Like when us as believers, non-believers, when a story has like a dead end. You know what I mean? When there's so many questions that aren't not answered. That's one of the things that I think keep people like us intrigued with it. You know what I mean? That keep us interested and wanting to find more. You know what I mean?
Because they haven't been honest with the people. And they think that, of course, like I heard from a species, we humans are not capable of such.
My nigga, what species did you talk to?
No, I didn't talk to them. They talked to us.
What species you be talking to? Because I know human, you talk to another species?
Yeah.
I believe it. Jeez Louise, bro. She over here talking to another species, guys. I'm watching. This is crazy, man. But I think that's the excitement for everything we do, and you know what I mean, and us people that believe in this type of stuff, because evidence like this, and evidence and non-evidence always brings up the question: it could be not. You know what I mean? Because like right then and there, okay, it could have been a drone, couldn't have been a drone, but we don't know because y'all don't know, and I don't believe what you guys are saying because your story don't even add up with what you're saying.
Yeah, to me, the fact that the story is not consistent is funny, right?
It raises the question.
It is funny. I do think that if another government had been involved, let's say the government of Mexico, I think the government of Mexico would have been like, oh yeah, that was us. We're sorry. We didn't intend our drones to go that deep in. But from what I know, what we've seen, Mexico didn't say that. Or
man,
maybe
you mean to
like,
tell me that you make a phone call and say, yo, y'all flying drones right now? No, we ain't flying drones. Hey, call the Army, call the military, call the Navy, call the Air Force. We need to send something over there. I need to know what the fuck that is.
They have special radars for all this stuff. They know what is, like, they know if it's a drone. That's bullshit.
Crazy to me, bro.
That's why I don't believe when they say it's drones. It's really like, I mean, the military was literally spectacle. Like, where was the military at?
Well, I think the government would know. I think you're right on that. Like if it's a drone, because drones are only allowed to fly up to a certain altitude, and after that, I believe.
And there's internet things, bro. Your internet could shut it off. Like there's no drone zones. You mean to tell me that I can't go outside and fly my drone certain places because it won't allow me to. So you mean to tell me the cartel or whoever's hacked this and I could do a massive one and several massive ones and hack your system and you don't realize it on your radar? You didn't realize that there's a fucking something that's up there that's big enough to, you know what I mean?
Okay, but now thinking about this, you know, as you're talking, I think like, hold on a second. He did mention 9/11. They closed for 3 days. What if some government who is not friendly with the United States was testing out their equipment, and maybe our federal government did find out and they were like, oh my God, like, yo, stop everything. We might be getting invaded. They might be testing their equipment to see how accurate they could be. And our government was like, holy shit, like, stop everything. We don't know if this is a test or not a test.
Cool.
And we're going to get invaded.
If you think it's a test, or you don't know what it is, yo, another government's doing something. You shoot it fucking down, and you show them that you don't fuck with us.
Yes and no, because maybe the other government's like, hey, hold on, we're gonna show you what we can do if you don't do this. So maybe they were like, all right, hold on. The United States government's like, hold on, we're gonna stop it right here. We're gonna give you, I don't know, $10,000 if that's what you want, but don't shoot our stuff down because then World War III is gonna happen, and we don't want World War III over some stupid.
But you let your air pilots know. You let the state of Texas know, undercover, whoever you gotta pay, and be like, yo, they're gonna be running shit over there in El Paso.
They don't know. They don't know. Like, if is your enemy gonna come and be like, hey, we're gonna be at your house Sunday at 6 o'clock. We're gonna test out to see if we can shoot up your house. Is your enemy gonna be that dumb?
Exactly my point. So why wouldn't you, as the person who you looking into my shit, be like, yo, hold the fuck on.
Listen,
I'm gonna buck you down.
Hold on a minute. Bam, I'm shooting something back, bruh.
They
Keep
did
that shit over there.
with a China balloon. What happened to that balloon shit that was in the air? Then they caught it and they shut it down real quick. They didn't have to shut no airports down for that.
Real quick. No airports down. Hey, boom, get out of here.
It was one balloon.
So 10.
But if those
we got plenty of
drones,
aircrafts that can go shoot
drones.
that shit down.
But what if that was like some massive equipment that can
look at
kill massive amount of people?
As here, and I don't want to get, and this is not political. I'm just thinking as a common sense person. I would think, yo, if you are even attempting to look over me and do something that I didn't know about, I have to shoot it down.
The government is scared of the aliens,
I have
okay?
to shoot it down.
They shut it down because they're scared of the
scared,
aliens.
yeah.
They know that they're capable of wiping us the fuck
The fact
out.
that they did that and they didn't know is like, what the fuck? You just popped up out of nowhere. You could kill us right now.
What if aliens were just going there to get some drugs, bro?
El Paso? They would. I mean, probably some fire shit out there, bro. Probably some fire shit out
Good
there.
spot to get some drugs.
No, but the dude said that the aliens were actually dropping things.
He said he seen things coming out of it. So
what could they possibly be dropping?
their shit,
What
just
can
like an RV. RV. They were like on fucking El Paso.
So we're the toilet of the aliens?
Yeah, we were like, why not? Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we be? Imagine if that was their whole reason to come
So
here.
you mean to tell us that planet Earth is the shithole planet of the
aliens? Why not?
So that happened earlier that day. They were dropping something. What happens if they drop some sort of like spider aliens or something and they had to shut down to find all these fucking aliens?
What happens if what they drop was little babies?
Well, you're going to tell me that they're going to drop them down and they're not going to give them
Little
invisibility
Demogorgons.
cloaks?
But did we see that video that poor little thing was left behind?
What if they dropped him?
I will say that if this was the end of an alien movie, the reports would say exactly what they're saying today.
True.
Right at the end of the movie. It would be like it never happened. And they kept the secret and the world was safe.
Yeah, and the whole time these niggas done dropped their feces on us.
Come mierdas.
Come mierdas. Go ahead. We learned from the Puerto Rican culture. Come mierda. Go ahead.
If the aliens have not set up house here, it's because they know that planet Earth, we're going to kill each other,
We ain't it.
period.
We
They don't
ain't
even
it.
have to come to invade us. We're just going to wipe each other out.
Yo, but that right there it raises so many questions, especially with that specific story. And it's funny because I think this El Paso story, it just recently happened to us.
Mm-hmm.
And in the future, people will be talking about the El Paso story as evidence of like what happened back then 20 years ago.
They covered it up.
And they
Look at the
covered
new
it
story.
up. And it's amazing that we are living this. You know what I mean? We know what the times are, how the government really works, how when there's a state of emergency and there's things, we know their procedures and stuff. And this doesn't add up. I mean, if somebody puts that many drones around you, that's a state of emergency, bro. We don't know what that is.
We're assuming they're drones, but it could be something else.
And we're going off the words what they said. We've got away from the UAPs and the UFOs. We're talking drones. But if it makes sense to be something that we don't know what the fuck it was.
It will be great to be back on the moon in a massive scale like now.
Moon ain't got no
Leave the
electricity.
moon alone. I do not want us going back to the moon if they ever did. Leave the moon alone.
We
It's
went
a
there and never
beautiful
went back.
piece.
supposedly.
We went there and never went back. You know what? We need to stay away from the moon. Leave the moon alone. Look at what we've done to planet Earth.
Yeah, let's start there.
But they don't want to go to Mars. My goodness.
No, you don't want to do that.
Well, they're already apparently building stuff in Mars. That's actually what Elon's whole goal is, to build stuff in Mars.
Oh, they've been doing that.
Because society's supposed to move there at some point. We're supposed to move there.
Supposedly they coincide with aliens at Mars
Listen,
right now.
If Elon is building it, we are not in their tax bracket. We will not be going to Mars.
None of us are going there. Our bloodlines are excluded.
Oh, I don't know.
So we need to take care of Earth here.
But let me tell you something. There is a point here. At some point, there is going to be an end of the planet Earth.
Of course.
There might be an end to humans prior to a planet Earth. Maybe some extinction event, right? And they're planning. They're going, what will happen? And if I had that much money, I think I'd be doing the same thing. What happens if humans go extinct or the planet's going to be destroyed?
Mm-hmm.
We need an escape plan
Right.
to survive.
The people in the right tax bracket will survive.
Oh, yeah, they will. They will.
I know I ain't surviving.
Can you hear on the headphones?
Yeah,
That's why I set it up. You hear good? You need it up, down, what?
No, we're good.
We're good. I did that because I don't want to have to put on the speakers because I do want to watch some of this Obama stuff.
Yes.
Yo,
I can't wait.
And I got another video after that where we see different clips of different presidents speaking about aliens.
Yep.
And I want to go through that.
I want to say this though. Have you seen the Obama video?
No.
Have you seen the Obama
No,
video? So
I
me and you
haven't.
watched it. The little clip that they had.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's funny because we sent it to each other almost at the same time. Right when he told me, I was like, check the thing already. I already sent it.
Like I heard the Orange Man talk about it, but
the Orange Man, I love it.
I haven't really heard anybody else speak on it.
I want to hear what Obama says.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the president of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens?
Okay, hold on.
This is what happens when we go live. We might have
The aliens are always interrupting us, man.
Maybe the aliens don't want us to hear it.
They don't want us to hear
They
shit.
don't want us to hear it.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
So maybe that's a good sign. Maybe we're.
I already heard it. That's the whole thing. Is all these other videos been playing. What the hell's going on?
They don't want BB and me to hear it. They're like, Sandra and BB can't
Hold
hear
on.
this.
Let me put a different video on. Just make sure it's not a
this right.
video. Let me try that first.
Breaking shocking news.
No, this is a
Did you
video
guys?
thing. Okay, so what is going on here? Because this was just playing just fine.
I'm gonna look it up right now on YouTube and resend it.
I don't think you need to resend it. It needs to, like, I need to be able to play the audio, and I don't know why it's not playing right now. So this is what's driving me crazy. Oh man, gotta love it. All my channels are on. What the hell is going on? Sorry, guys. Sometimes y'all can keep talking while
We
I'm checking
apologize, but you know what I mean. So, like, I was reading something recently too. Excuse me, guys. I was looking for there was a video that came out, and if I'm not mistaken, Congress or somebody, I was looking little into it, that they already established that there's 6 offshore underwater bases that these aliens have. I want to get more information on this. That's documented.
It's actually 10.
10.
10. I seen the report.
It can be. Listen,
when you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Our oceans are very vast. humans have not explored
I've always said-
every inch of the ocean because this is a lot. And if you take a good look at the creatures that we've been able to see so far, those things are ugly. And they do look like
they're ugly, and some of them that they could imagine. There's creatures underwater that can camouflage. Like there's octopuses that can get on a rock and immediately change his physique, like really like change colors. That the ocean, like I say, we basically the ground surface is way littler than the ocean. We are on the ocean's planet.
We are.
You know what I mean? Like that's the way I think we should look at it. Like
we're 70% ocean, 2/3.
So it's not really our planet.
All right, guys, I figured it out.
All right, so let's check this out. Y'all ready, man? Try to keep you guys entertained with some knowledge.
There was an audio said they got to get back in on like, where is that again?
You had to find it in El Paso.
I had to find it in El Paso. I sure did. All right, let's do this.
Let's
shit,
go.
Bro. All right.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the president of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens?
What you think? What you think?
Okay, so it's almost like if he said that there might be aliens, but he hasn't seen them. Maybe there is a conspiracy where maybe not all presidents are privy to that information. Maybe some are, maybe some aren't.
I think that's a president that's seen the aliens, and that's what you're gonna say when you don't want people to know that you see the aliens.
And listen, I think they might have like an NDA where like we'll show the alien, but you can't tell the world. Sign here.
So he knows, like, yeah, I've seen it, but I haven't seen it.
If they tell you, we'll show you the aliens, but you have to sign here, then you won't say anything. Because if you say something, we're going to lock you up, and no one's ever going to see it from you again.
But the only thing
Would you sign it?
Only thing you can't say is what people already know.
Right, but would you sign it? Would you see the alien under those circumstances?
I would.
Yeah, I would too.
I would.
Same.
But look how you break it. Look how you break it. Like he's breaking it down. You would have to trust my word, mommy. Tell you, yeah, there are aliens. I just don't know how they look.
I don't need them hunting me down. I already have my experience. Thank you. I'm not going to answer that. Pass.
Listen, I think that we do have aliens. I don't know if the aliens do live amongst us. They might not. I just think that the universe is very vast, and I think that we cannot be so selfish to think that we are the only living beings.
Species.
Like, we can't be the only ones. Why do we have to be so selfish? And I think that some of them might be smarter than us, and maybe others might not be as smart. They just have ways to exist.
Coexist, yeah, with us humans.
I like that.
That's well put.
Well, you know that there were conscious beings on this planet. We're like the 7th version on this planet that was conscious, that cooked, that took care of their young, that maybe had religion or a belief, that chilled in villages, took care of each other, that were more than just animal. We're the 7th version on this planet.
Right, we've evolved.
Well, I don't know that it's just evolved.
Evolution is different than evolution.
I just think it's that we're literally different species than these other beings. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it may be a thing of evolution. Maybe it's not. We don't know. Mm-hmm. You know, but science doesn't really answer that part of it. But if you really look at it, I mean, we're not really unique in that sense.
Right.
As much as we think we are. We've been around for what they say a little over 300,000 years. Planet's like billions of years old.
Well, in order for our species to continue, living, we have to create that society, community that takes care of one another.
Well, that's why they're trying to build a Mars.
Yeah.
No, they try to build a Mars to run away from their bullshit that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. And I swear.
Epstein list.
I swear. Like,
let's dip the fuck out.
We need to get the fuck off the planet.
Yeah. Like, no, if we haven't fucked shit up here enough, but let's go somewhere else to start brand new again, thinking that they're going to make it better.
Yo, let's get the fuck off the planet, bro.
Think about it. You got no jurisdiction, right?
No jurisdiction whatsoever.
No police, no nothing.
Yeah. There's no extradition treaties.
They're going
And you
to
go over
make
there,
it
create your
regardless
own.
because somebody's always going to want control. That's a bunch of baloney. Can nobody believe that they're going to go somewhere else and not structure
And
something?
if anybody's there, they're getting ready to try to kill them and take it. Let's just be.
I always see that in the movies. Have you guys seen that in the movies where like they make the movies and they're like, yeah, you know, the one that's working is like, you know, conspiracying something behind to make sure that he takes over everything. I mean, there's always somebody doing something.
Greed is a motherfucker.
Greed is a motherfucker.
It is
bro.
greed.
And
Yeah.
that's what I wonder if that's just the human species.
No,
No,
I don't
I
think
don't
that's
think
just
so.
us.
But I think, no, it's not, because obviously we've seen it with the nature, with lions, certain people, you know what I mean? They're the honcho around they shit. So obviously that's what we would call nature, a natural instinct.
Yeah, I feel like dominance is an instinct of sorts.
Yeah, and especially but it's Caesar go gorilla.
But here's where good and bad comes in, right? Like when you have a society, that you're building a society, someone has to lead someone, right? But you can lead from good or you can lead from bad, like depending on what your intentions are. Are you greedy, or are you there for the people, or are you there for yourself? Oh yeah, let's all gather resources. You know, we're gonna build the first house, right? Okay, cool. You build the first house. Oh wait. But since I'm the leader, I'm gonna live there. Or are you gonna build the first house and say, hey, let's all gather in this house, and we're gonna subsequently build houses, and then everyone can have their own house. But in the meantime, we can all live under this one roof.
Well, as if everybody don't fit.
Then we take turns.
I would love to hear what aliens think about us.
They probably look at us like, yo, these fucking humans, bro.
If there's a question that I could ask an alien, I know you've been absorbing us for a long time. From your observation, what do you think about humans? That is one heck of a question.
I think they would be like, you guys are fucking idiots because you have everything. They would be like, yo, you have everything on your planet to live free and resources to fucking, and you guys created a system of dollars and shit that you owe to who? These things, that dumb shit we've done. We've created all these laws and all this shit, that debt, all this. Yo, at the end of the day, who the fuck do we really owe this money to? Who does the world owe this money to? We created money.
But who's to say that the aliens don't have this same system or
I believe they would.
I believe they would.
I believe every system.
You think there's rich aliens and broke aliens?
Yep.
I don't think.
You think there's baller aliens and non-baller aliens?
Yep.
They ride it in new spaceships. You ride it in a beat down spaceship.
That's dominance.
I think the price of consciousness is being aware of those desires and vices in life.
Do you think, I watched a comic say something. So I'm like, yo, you know, must pay like these aliens and shit. What about we get like the ones that crash here and shit? Like they gotta be like some drunk college kids and shit.
They might be.
Because he's like, yo, every ship crashes, and every time they get out, they're naked. That sounds like, yo, let's go drive to Earth, yo. Let's go fly to Earth and
look at a streak.
Yeah, they just cause yo, they always crash. If they were that smart, why did they crash? All these crash plane, the crash UFO here, crash. They're not that smart.
Well, if you think about how complicated space travel would be for a living being,
you think they would just crash into it? Like,
no, I think that they'd actually have to be some pretty smart beings. They have to be some smart beings, and they might be at the end of their rope. It might have been. Think about it. Just to reach the next planet, you're going to be decades older, sometimes hundreds.
But just think
sometimes
about,
you might not even survive.
Just think about their technology, though. If they could do that, they've already understood, like, yo, we've been doing this.
So in that case, they live much longer than we do.
What happens if they're like, look, not for nothing.
Or they duplicate themselves.
You ready? Not for nothing. And I'm just going to throw this out there. They do say some aliens are reptilian species, right? We seen it here in Florida. Them motherfucking reptiles can freeze and unfreeze later. So what happened if they froze these motherfuckers in the spaceship and then sent them? Then they thaw out in Florida.
Oh my God.
Or in El Paso.
I can't.
If you got a reptilian species.
Listen, I would like to think that aliens are more evolved than we are.
I think so.
I would like to think that they don't give a crap about what kind of spaceship you drive. They don't give a crap about clothes. Why? You don't. In reality, we don't need clothes to survive. You know, the first humans who got here, they were all naked, right? We eventually started getting clothes. Now we have brand name clothes. At the end of the day, a shirt is a shirt. I don't care if you pay $10,000 or $1. A shirt is a shirt, right? But what really matters in life, I would like to think that the aliens have evolved into something greater than we do. What matters? Health. Have they discovered ways into cure cancer or
to them? They're probably like, what is cancer?
They're definitely.
We don't get that.
But I will say, I think they're definitely flexing their spaceships. They're like, your spaceship's trash, bro.
They have to be, bro. If you're gonna say that there's a leader,
I mean, for them to shut down a 10-day
if you're gonna think,
airport.
if you're gonna think that there's like, you know what I mean, the leader of a, you know what I mean, the one who does this, they always got to be, you know what I mean. We're gonna build the house, the one who does this, or we're gonna have the people or not. You know, I mean, there's certain people, but there's always gonna be envy. There's always gonna be, like he said, the flexing, the this and that. I've watched Star Wars, and there's a planet where there's a bunch of like renegades, like all the hood ones are on one planet. Like they still be gambling, they still be, you know what I mean? I think the intergalactic universe, there has to be that. If we're gonna think like, you know what I mean? What are the aliens that are not cool like the other ones? They're not go-getters, they're not explorers. They're not the ones that are hired by a, you know what I mean, a species to go explore the earth. There has to be, not everybody could be great.
Okay, well, we have that. I mean, I think that everyone in this earth is useful, right? We have our pilots, we have our astronauts who can do rocket ships, right? They know how to fly a rocket ship. We don't know how to drive a rocket ship. We drive cars, right?
Yeah, that's why your spaceship's trash.
But exactly, it gets back to like why your spaceship would be trash, because you're not on my level.
Would be trash, but that doesn't mean that someone who can, you know, drive a rocket ship, who can fly a rocket ship, is more valuable for life itself than, let's say, the Amazon driver. Like, if we learn to value life, because life is like a miracle. The fact that we're here having this conversation is a miracle. So maybe they've evolved into being like, look at these human beings. Like, they're busy fighting over someone's worthiness based on what you drive. Because this one is able to fly a rocket ship. Is the person who can fly a rocket ship, is their life worth more than the person who can fly an airplane? No. I would like to think that the aliens value life, period, and that they don't value one person more than the other, because they know that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
But I'm not going to cap that. Just sound like you want one world full of peace. But I don't think these aliens.
I think the aliens gonna
wipe us out. They gonna fight with each other. I'm pretty sure, just like us humans, we fight each other. We do things. I'm pretty sure, there's two leaders over there of their shit. They're like, yo, homie, I don't agree with them. I agree with you, bro. And they go back and forth. And it's a fucking laser fight. It gotta be. They gotta be that, bro.
All right. So how about, if there's an alien, and, you know, I'm thinking it from my perspective and what you're saying, let's say that they do value life. What if they want to kill us? Because if they kill us, they can get
all
points for our life.
I think they would have been done it. I think if they really wanted to kill us for years, they would have been done it. Why not wipe us out in the 50s, in the early stages of humans, when we didn't have these defenses?
Well, again, I think that these are explorers.
Exactly. That's what.
That when they land on the planet, for them is more of, am I going to be able to stay alive? Or these. Think about it. If you go to another planet, let's say you spent 30 years on a spaceship, right? And you finally find a planet that has things that live in it, and then you crash in that bitch. You on survival mode, homie, and you're not even on your own planet.
Even if you could blend in with those people, if you have the ability of shape shifting and shit, you know what I mean? Like some of they say they do. If you have that ability and you're that superior of a species, would exactly like he said, would you be like, yo, let me here and take over? Let me just blend in and live my life because I'm a stray from my planet.
Yeah, I watched Coneheads before.
Maybe you have to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, maybe you have to learn to do how the humans do before you can take over them.
Again, Coneheads.
But it gets to that like, yo, but look how many years. Like, we've had sightings since back then. Bro, if back in the 50s and shit, and you had spaceships, bro, you could have been took over this if that was your goal.
They're just not that interested.
I don't think that's their purpose at all, is to destroy us. I don't think so.
Like an elusive partner that you're trying to get romantically, and they're not into you. They're just not into us.
No, they don't. They don't like us. They're like, yeah, y'all ain't our vibe.
Yeah, we are.
You're not my vibe.
I got a video. I got 2 videos for you. Still left. First one, this is why I want to give you the headphones so we can actually pause and talk in between. I have different clips somebody posted online of all the presidents and what they said about aliens.
Oh, good.
Y'all want to watch this?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
And
do
then
it.
we'll just stop it. If we got to stop it, just let me know, okay?
Let's do it.
Tell me about the time you once saw a UFO.
Well, I was a district governor of 56 Lions clubs in southwest Georgia, and I had to visit all the Lions clubs and make a speech. And I was outside a school lunchroom one night, right before sundown. It was getting dark, and we were getting ready to eat supper. And I and about 25 men were standing around, and all of a sudden, in the western sky, we saw a strange light coming toward us, a round light, and it got closer and closer, and right above the pine trees, it stopped. And then it began to change colors from blue to red to white. And then it stayed there for a while. We were all aghast. We didn't know what it was. And then it just disappeared into the west. That was the end of it. So it was a genuine UFO in that it was an unidentified flying object, but I have never thought and still don't think that it's possible for, creatures from Mars to come here and visit us and go back home.
I couldn't help at one point in my discussions privately with General Secretary Gorbachev, when you stop to think that we're all God's children wherever we may live in the world, I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together. Well, I don't suppose we can wait for some alien race to come down and threaten us, but I think that between us we can bring about that realization. Thank you all. God bless you all.
Wait. He said, wait. He said it without saying it. You seen that?
He said what?
It was like a message, what he was saying.
He was basically saying that if aliens came down,
And we'll realize we're humans. We're nothing but humans. We're the worthy in this level. Because, I mean, come on.
Well, nothing would unite us as human beings all over the globe than an immediate threat from an outside alien species.
He's right about that.
He's 100%. Yeah. 100% right on it. Like, we wouldn't care about religions, races,
Color, none of
other
that.
than survival.
You mad about the Super Bowl? These niggas about to blow us up.
Bro, everybody be listening to Bad Bunny on the way to the war. So
listen to whatever's gonna get you hot. Whatever's gonna get you ready to fight these aliens, turn it up.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's facts.
It is.
But Jimmy Carter was the one before that. He said that he actually had a UFO encounter experience, right? They call that a close encounter of the first kind.
And I love that what he said, because my personal experience was the light, the white ball, and it just disappeared. So me seeing these things validates more and more and more what I saw. More and more what I saw every time, because I've told her these stories. I've never seen this video. I've always said it was a big ball in the sky, and it came down, and I heard the little hovering.
That's a pause right there, bro.
Is it a pause when you talk? You think the aliens give a fuck about a pause?
No, they don't.
No, they're like, pause, bruh. We were out there fucking with them. But yo, it was something that, it was one of those experiences that I loved it, because when you have, if you have that experience by yourself, like nobody's there to witness it, but I have a witness there, and to this day you can go to him and be like, yo, what happened? He'll tell you the exact same thing. But let's go. I want to hear some more presidents.
All right, let's go.
We need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish
So he kept saying
if we were
it.
facing an alien threat from outside this world.
We're facing an alien threat?
He said
Yet,
if we were.
Is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
We are back with President Bush. It is This is his book. It is called Portraits of Courage, and we will go through this and talk about
George
some
Bush.
of these
All right,
veterans
hold on,
who you painted.
Okay, so he said the threat of war, right? Like the threat of war, for some reason, if we all countries think about war with an alien, somehow that would unite us as humans. But for some reason, it's like war amongst us humans is validated by some people, especially those in our government. It's like, yeah, well, I want that land. No, I want that land. And it's like, y'all are stupid.
I think he knew
the
something.
aliens want our land.
Like you
so,
said, that disclosure, if you could see something and not say it, but still try to warn your people,
That's what it is.
that's a disclosure statement right there. That's a disclosure statement of, I've seen some shit and I can't say that.
They know some shit. Not that they seen some shit. They know some shit. Because Obama said he never seen it. No, he knows some shit. He can't say he's seen it.
But here's the thing. Just because they cannot say anything, though, it keeps us amongst us. Like, we're on the verge of war so many times because countries can't get along that we lose sight of the greater, imminent danger if there are aliens out there. So we're not prepared to fight with the aliens. We really
We're definitely
aren't.
not. No, we'll
And
get
we
wiped
never
out.
will be because we're too busy fighting each other.
We'll get wiped out. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, because our technology is too
Wiped
busy,
out like that.
trying
working,
to wipe
trying to
out
pay
aliens.
rent and shit.
Nigga, I'll be
Like,
at
what
work.
the fuck?
I'll be at work, and they're like, "Yo, the aliens are attacking." They're gonna be like, "Yo, you coming in tomorrow?"
They're gonna wipe. They all they got to do is wipe us out during halftime. We good. They good.
my God.
They straight.
They'll catch them all together.
Well, that only works during American Super Bowl.
Let's hear what Bush got to say.
And you wrote about, but first I want to ask you, this is a question that I think is very important to me and very important to the country. When you were in office, and I don't know when this happened or if it happened, did you go through the secret files, the UFO documents? Because if I was president, that'd be the first thing I did.
You know, it's funny. My daughters asked the very same question.
They did?
Yeah.
Would you be allowed to tell your daughters what was in those files?
No.
You would not?
No.
Now that you're out of office, you can do anything you want, right?
True, yeah. But I'm not telling you.
You're not telling me. You're not telling me what? Are you not telling me that you looked at them?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Are there really great secrets that you know that you can't share with people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there are. And you
telling
never
us
write
nothing.
about them.
No.
Maybe at a time in your life that
No.
you're like, oh, I'm 90, I'm going to do it.
No.
No, nothing. What if you were to get like a little like loopy, you get old and
Start drinking
you
again?
start drinking again. Guillermo, get some tequila.
He's trying to get it out of him, bro. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out Jimmy Kimmel for that one, bro.
Awesome.
Yeah, shout out Jimmy Kimmel for being like, yo, I'm gonna try. He's gonna say something
He's gonna
today.
say something today. Yeah, here's Bill Clinton. Look at that.
Air Force did recover alien bodies. They didn't tell me about it either, and I want to know.
Manny Pacquiao's on the way. President Bill Clinton is here with us. So
There goes Jimmy.
if I was president, and I won't be, let's be honest, the first thing I would do after putting my hand on that Bible and taking that oath to serve the country is I wouldn't even probably finish the oath. I would run to the White House. I demand to see all the classified files on the UFOs. Because I want to know. I'd want to know what has been going on. Did you do that?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, we had, I think it was at the beginning of my second term, we had the anniversary of Roswell.
You waited that long?
I did.
Wow.
Well, I didn't. And then there's also Area 51. You remember there was a great sci-fi movie where there was an alien kept deep under the ground in Area 51? So first I had people go look at the records on Area 51 to make sure there was no alien down there. And people thought that because
He said, well,
I ain't going down there, bro.
Before we do anything, make sure that motherfuckers are not there, okay?
everybody who works there has to stop about an hour away and put on special clothing and then drive in and out. And that's because a lot of our stealth technology is made there. We know that now, but there are no aliens there. So then when the Roswell thing came up, I knew we'd get, gazillions of letters. So I had all the Roswell papers reviewed, everything.
If you saw that there were aliens there, would you tell us?
Yeah.
You would.
Well, I think, look, what do we know? We know now we live in an ever-expanding universe. We know that there are billions of stars and planets literally out there, and the universe is getting bigger. We know from our fancy telescopes that just in the last 2 years, more than 20 planets have been identified outside our solar system that seem to be far enough away from their suns and dense enough that they might be able to support some form of life. So it makes it increasingly less likely that we're alone.
Oh, you're trying to give me a hint that there are aliens.
Thank you, yo, thank you.
I don't know. But if we were visited someday, I wouldn't be surprised. I just hope
he would be surprised. He knows.
It's not like Independence Day.
Yeah, right.
That it's a conflict.
Well, now we have friendly
Maybe the only way to unite this incredibly divided world of ours. They're out there. We better think of how all the differences among people on Earth would seem small if we felt threatened by a space invader. That's the whole theory of independence.
You're right.
He just said it again. Another president saying the same shit.
You know,
you and Bill O'Reilly would be hiding in a bunker together.
Oh, Bill O'Reilly, he every mean thing he ever said about me. That's the thing. I don't care. Look at that.
So that was a second president that says pretty much a similar thing, right?
Wild.
And Reagan was Republican. He's a Democrat. So, I'm just saying.
Just saying.
They're opposite side of the fence, both sides saying the same thing.
When we had your husband, President Clinton, on this show, he said, I asked him about UFOs in Area 51 and if he looked in, because if I was president, that's the first thing I do. I go right into those files and see what was going on.
Right.
And he said that he did do that.
Yes.
And that he didn't find anything.
Well, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, why not?
Right? And there's a new name. It's unexplained aerial phenomenon.
Unexplained aerial phenomenon, really?
Yep, UAP. That's the latest nomenclature.
I like the old one. I like UFO. I don't know why.
Well, I think we can use them interchangeably, but I would like us to go into those files and hopefully make as much of that public as possible. If there's nothing there, let's tell people there's nothing there.
What if there is something there?
Well, if there is something there, unless it's a threat to national security, I think we ought to share it with the public.
Well, what if everybody's all hopped up on medical marijuana and everybody gets
Jimmy Kimmel is the best.
Yo, you wild. Oh, shit.
If you share it with me, I'll decide what is the best course of action. I really have my ear to the ground.
Well, I'm more than happy to do that.
Now, when you first become
Okay,
president...
hold on a second. Hold on. Maybe this is why they did not let her be president. Because they knew that she was going to tell us about the aliens.
Maybe.
Yes, she was on for it. Why not? Let's tell the people if there isn't. And if there is, let's let them know.
But
Hey,
that lady ain't live up to anything she said.
Maybe they didn't let her. Maybe they didn't let her. Because she was willing to tell us the truth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just like she was going to show us her emails. And she did, they disappeared.
It's not her fault the aliens took them.
They probably did.
They probably did. That's what it was. The aliens took them. That's what it was.
That's a great excuse to show the aliens. Yeah, they hacked my computer, took all that shit out, guys.
Oh, my God.
I got enough shit.
Just like the Epstein files? Is that the same thing?
The Epstein files, yeah. Jesus. All right, let's see what Obama says. We only got 2 minutes of these left, so let's do it.
Questions that people ask you is, what's really going on at Area 51?
Yeah, what is going on?
When I wanted to know, I called Shirley MacLaine. I think I just became the first president to ever publicly mention Area 51. How's that, Shirley?
He's definitely doing some comedy at a rich people event.
Right.
Definitely.
So this is something I feel like if I was the president, and it's unlikely that that is ever going to happen.
You never know.
If I was the president,
it was unlikely that I was going to be president.
True.
The moment I was inaugurated, my hand would it'd still be hot from touching the Bible, and I would immediately race to wherever they have the files about Area 51 and the UFOs, and I'd go through everything to find out what happened.
Right.
Did you do that?
That's why you will not be president.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What you would do. The aliens won't let it happen. You reveal all their secrets.
Wait, you heard it. Wait, pause.
They exercise strict control over us.
Now, you know, there are a lot of people that are going to examine your facial expressions here, every twitch, everything, and say, and of course, so did you look? Did you see? Did you
He just said it. They won't let
I can't
us.
reveal anything.
Oh, really? Because President Clinton said he did go right in, and he did check, and there was nothing.
Well, you know, that's what we're instructed to say.
Yeah.
I've been saying this, bro.
Yo.
I said it, didn't I? Did I not tell you this? That's what they're gonna say when you see something. That's what you're supposed to say.
He's a very witty guy.
He is. But listen, they will not let the presidents talk. We, as a whole, I'm not talking everyone, as a whole, all of the humans on this planet are not capable of living with the fact that they are aliens.
Yeah.
Some people will go crazy, batshit crazy, create havoc. Like they're gonna be like you're gonna be wondering, like, are they on drugs? No, they're not on drugs. They just cannot deal with the fact that we have aliens living. Period.
Seriously.
All right.
Now, none of this was easy. There were some tough years in there. You had fiscal showdowns and government shutdowns and pandemics and oil spills and pirates. Y'all remember the pirates? I mean, the only thing we haven't had to deal with is like the asteroid, you know, or the aliens. That's true. Good point. Shouldn't have mentioned the aliens.
Knock on wood.
Knock
too.
on wood.
He saw that because he's like, yo, don't jinx me.
But we overcame all that.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, so these are all the things, some things that presidents said about aliens, and there's other presidents that have mentioned them as well.
Hey, Prez.
What?
You're a Prez. Let's hear your thoughts.
I think aliens exist. I just don't think that they really care about us. And if they do come to care about us, it'll only be because we have natural resources that they're gonna want to wipe us out for, or they crash landed. You know.
You like that theory, right?
Do what?
That they just crash landed. They just.
I feel like
there's.
Well, I do a lot of like. I have a really big intrigue about space and the universe and planets and all that stuff, because in my head, like, it's a lot of shit for it to be for nothing. Like, that's a lot of space taken up for nothing. Like, literally no life. Come on, B. Like, there's no way. You feel what I'm saying? But in order to travel to one of these places to find something, the possibilities of finding it mean that I'm going to be dead before I get there. So if that's the case, then whatever aliens get to this spot, they took the same risk. And that only people that take risks like that are explorers. Even on our planet, it's been like that.
Right, but so they do live longer than us if they're able to come here.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they just travel faster.
Or they built a system, just like we see in movies, to make our bodies like dorm. You know what I'm saying? Where your body like literally freezes, exhales, and then once you get to your destination, it wakes back up.
I was just about to say, who's to say we haven't just kidnapped people and said, yo, we're putting you in this ship and we sending you the fuck over there.
Oh yeah, that's definitely happened.
Get the fuck out. You know what I mean? We're gonna fuck if you land somewhere, you do. If not, motherfucker, you were just one of those experiments. If we've experimented on monkeys and all other type of animals and done the wild experiments through history of humans, if we got a spaceship, you mean to tell me not one person, evil or not, was like, yo, let's send somebody out there and just see what the fuck happens?
Well, we do have a lot of missing people, like a lot.
You know what I mean?
And then there's some people that are gonna be like, hey, you know, I was abducted, but they brought me back. Okay, they don't like you. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But it wouldn't cost them nothing, and they wouldn't give a fuck if they were like, yo, let's just send this fucking couple out there. a male and female, and just send them the fuck. They're young. You know what? They're fucking X amount of years old. We're gonna hook them up to this fucking device that could keep feeding them for whatever they're kind of incubated to, whatever. And if they land somewhere, they land. If not, then fuck it. We just lost 2 infants. Who gives a fuck?
Well, damn. That's
I mean, it's fucked up, but to them, what would it be like that? You know what I mean? Just really think that deep. That's crazy.
As long as it's not one of their own.
Bro, like Dragon Ball Z, bro. They sent Goku over here as a baby, homie. Just saying. That's where I got the story from, guys. I'm just saying, guys. Don't think I think evil like that. I'm just gonna send some infants out there.
But we are the aliens too.
Yeah, we are the aliens.
We are
Exactly.
the aliens.
That's where. Because imagine if that thing does land over there.
We're the aliens.
They're gonna be like, "What the fuck
They're trying
is
to
this?"
deport us too.
You gotta get rid of us, bro. They're gonna get the fuck out of here.
We don't know illegal aliens over here.
Yeah.
Better go back in your spaceship, bitch.
Where are your papers?
Where are your papers?
Oh my
at?
god, bro, that's
You don't have enough fingers to be one of us.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
That is wild. So last time that we did the show, we were showing the different times that Hollywood has alien stuff in it, right?
Right.
Which Close Encounters of the Third Kind, that was the one that we looked at last week. So have you ever heard of The Fourth Kind?
That's my favorite.
I like
That's your
that
favorite
movie.
So despite its Hollywood spectacle and them trying to make us believe that it was real, I wanted to play a little scene of that for you guys.
All
Can I
right.
do that?
I'm not familiar, so let's see this.
Oh, this is a great movie.
Okay.
So this scene specifically that I'm playing is what they are saying in the movie is the Hollywood depiction of what was videos of, they say, real life things. That's what it said in the
They
movie.
said in the movie that this was real shit.
Okay.
So in other words, it's real footage of real video of what happened, but supposedly it's not real.
It's like some Blair Witch shit.
Okay.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going on.
This is a crazy
I don't
movie.
want to listen to it again.
Will the others feel the same way? Will they see what he saw? Will they have to proceed with extreme care? What's happened here is tragic, but remains unexplained. And worse, unsolved. Like Will. And
It's a lot of screaming. That's crazy. Oh, that's loud.
It gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
All right, so what you're hearing there is her she's put in a trance. And in this trance, you could be able to tap into your innermost mental stuff, like things that you would never think of. And in this trance, you will speak. And in this supposedly aliens could literally transmit through the trance.
She was under hypnosis.
Yeah, but I don't know if this was that scene. I think this scene was her recording herself.
This was the audio,
So
yeah.
she was going to bed and she recorded because she's a psychiatrist in Alaska, right? Searching for these missing kids. Basically, there was this missing kid thing going on in Alaska. Apparently, this missing kid thing is actually a real thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and she was taking a recording of her thoughts, of her notes with the people that she was putting under this hypnosis, right? And then apparently this is what was on her tape recorder because she fell asleep with the tape recorder on.
Oh, fell asleep. Yeah.
So apparently there was something else speaking in the room as she was screaming.
You gotta watch
But
this.
she don't remember.
Listen, I have a hard time believing this. This feels like Spielberg.
You gotta watch it.
What's it Spielberg that wrote it?
The Fourth Kind. I forgot who made this movie.
Yeah, so they got.
But to
so
me,
this is the
it
actual.
feels like Blair Witch. I get that same feeling from it.
Yeah, so like this is another one, right? What they had.
Those are real supposed video footage.
What was it? Here. I'm trying to find it. So apparently this was like the So apparently this was like real footage of it, is what they say. Was it? This was the
When the little girl got abducted and
The cops were supposed to be outside when it happened.
yeah, the camcorder of the cop that caught it.
And the crazy part is that the aliens were speaking Sumerian, so this was supposed to be the real footage of that.
There's something. Oh my God. There's something. You're flying machine over the tower. Residents. It's pulling out of the house. It's taking me. We gotta get somebody down now. We gotta send backup now. Oh, shit.
So apparently, every time the aliens came, it would fuck up the footage, the cameras and shit, all the electric of the cameras and shit like that. Yeah.
What is that thing called? Radioactivity, like radio frequency or whatever that messes up everything. Something that's so high.
Yeah. Something like it, just some frequency shit.
Yeah.
So the crazy part about the movie that I did find wild is that when the aliens spoke, they spoke Sumerian.
So maybe they were here when the Sumerians were alive and they learned to speak their language.
I'm just saying.
And then they came back all these years later.
Yeah.
And they didn't know English.
Yeah, they didn't know English. Deport them!
Deport them! I gotta go!
You ain't getting no driver's license over here, bitch.
Fucking assholes. Fucking assholes.
Oh gosh, I have a hard time.
But yo, that movie is a great movie. I would suggest anybody who's into this, do your research on the movie.
It is, from what I understand, it is produced. It is produced. It is like a Blair Witch thing.
It is produced.
But they did a very good job. And at that time, you got to remember, they didn't like this is like what, early 2000s.
But
so
on
people
the
didn't
screen
have
it
a
says
lot of
2000.
context. So it was but the movie came out like early 2000s. It was like 2004, 2003.
But this is one thing I want to say about this movie is if you do your research on Alaska and the missing reports and the alien reports, there's a lot of stories that are very similar to this.
There's a lot of people too that have videos of abducted encounters and they remember things that happened to them and just
like Alaska is like one of the high points for this shit. Like
I believe it.
It goes down out there. It goes down and that's where it's, you know what I mean? So this movie, you know what I mean? Take it for what it is. But when you do the research, this may not be how they exactly, but when you read accountability and stories that you're like, wow, news reports and valid information, like, okay, people reported this shit. You start looking at it a little different. This was fun, man.
This
was
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
This was a good one.
Yeah, you guys had a good time?
I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, well, if y'all have any alien stories, y'all can send it to us.
Please.
Yeah, just send it to us at Black Marker TV. Just tag us on it. Send it to our DMs. So you can send it to info@blackmarker.tv. Just shoot it over. Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some popcorn so we can watch the fourth kind.
Watch the fourth
We gotta
kind.
watch
That's what we're
the
gonna
fourth
do.
kind,
See, now I gotta show you the fourth kind.
Yes, I don't have to see it.
Yeah, now we gotta see it. So gotta make sure it's the day that she's here. That way she's not scared later.
I am gullible about like scary movies. I don't like scary movies. Because
this one's one of
I
them.
am gullible.
Well,
This is
it's
this
not
is creepy.
much. Yeah, it is creepy, but then it makes you. It's more like a.
What's going on in Alaska?
But you know what the funny thing is that when I saw Blair Witch, I actually was not scared of Blair Witch for some reason. I'm like, I've seen others that I have been like, oh my god, this is kind of scary. But Blair Witch, I sat there looking at it like, okay, and now what? Keep on.
And now what?
It's fucking mocosa.
But yeah, man, that's
You know, I've never seen Blair Witch.
No?
No, I don't care for it either.
Yeah, there's nothing to see.
There's nothing really to see. It's just,
Thank you.
It's a
I'm
whole
never
movie
gonna
of
see
them
it.
running through the fucking woods.
They even had like a follow up to it
That
too.
was stupid.
A sequel was
That
retarded.
was stupid.
It didn't interest me.
Blair, bitch. Let's get that out.
Shout out to our sponsor, ChannelCast. You can get ChannelCast.com, do the same thing, go live, do pay-per-view, all that jazz. Even get a website. That's what I heard, at least. So, you guys got anything else before we jump out, bro? I think we did our job today.
Yeah, don't forget to, of course, submit your alien stories. Don't be scared.
And videos. If you have an alien
Videos,
encounter,
please.
send it to us.
Anything, bro. Anything you think was interesting that you're like, yo, check this out. Send it to us. We'll review it.
We'd love to
We'll give
dissect
you
it.
guys our expertise on this shit. Because, we're very educated in this stuff.
Shout out Joe, too. My old boss, Joe, because he sent me the Obama thing, too.
Word. I'm telling you, we was on top of that, bro. We was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Good looking out, Joe. Thanks.
Shout out, Joe.
All right, let me get us to this. Let's get into this outro here. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all gotta share, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And we are out.
Holla.
Man, I gotta wake them up, man. They've been sleeping on. Get them, Weezy.